Are you 40 and just starting over or don't have any money saved for retirement? Are you wondering how much money exactly you'll need to save for retirement? By the end of this video, you're going to know exactly how much money you need to retire and how much you have to save every month to reach that goal. Welcome back to MiFi Crusade, the channel dedicated to providing all of the info you need to work towards financial independence, even starting later in life like me. I'm Sean, the FI Crusader, and today we're going to talk about what it's going to take to get us to financial independence. Now, before we get into the numbers, let's take a few minutes and subscribe to my channel and click the notification bell so you can get notified when I post new videos. My goal with this channel is to help those like myself who are 40 years old or close to it and realize that they haven't really been saving enough and they really need to kick their retirement savings into high gear. So if you subscribe, you're helping my channel to grow, you're helping more people to see my content and hopefully learn from me what exactly it is that will help them get to where they need to be to retire. So let's look at what it's going to take to become financially independent and reach your retirement goals. Well, first things first, you need to look at your expenses and your current salary. If you already have a budget, great, you're ahead of the game. According to studies conducted on the subject, only 2/3 of Americans over the age of 39 have a budget. That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy to me. If you're one of the 1/3 of Americans without a budget, check out my budgeting video here to learn how easy it is to put a budget together. Now, after you know what your expenses are, you can try to figure out what your retirement goal should be. The FIRE movement calls this their FIRE number, and it's calculated by taking your yearly expenses and multiplying it by 25. I'm going to call this the times 25 method. This is based off of the 4% rule, which was developed from a Trinity University study that showed that there's a 95% chance that your retirement savings will not run out in retirement if you start your retirement by withdrawing no more than 4% of your total initial retirement savings and adjust that amount for inflation each year for the following 30 years. Now, I like to put a little bit of a buffer on that. I multiply my number by 30, so I'm going to call that the times 30 method. And what this means is that for every $40,000 a year in expenses you have, with the times 25 method, it's going to take you $1 million in your retirement savings account to be able to cover that $40,000 in expenses. Using the times 30 method, this means that you'll actually need 1.2 million for every 40,000 in expenses that you have. So let's look at the average salary of a 40-year-old in the United States, which is $54,000. To replace that salary with passive income from your retirement portfolio, you will need at least $1.35 million, $1,350,000 using the times 25 method, or 1.62 million, 1,620,000 using the times 30 method. This is your retirement number. Once you know how much you need to retire, let's talk about how you get there. Let's start by making a few assumptions. First, we're going to assume that you're just turning 40, like I will in January of 2020. We'll assume that you're using the times 30 method, like I am. We're going to assume that you are investing at a 7% return, which is pretty conservative. You can do that just by throwing money into an index fund. You're starting at $0. And you want to retire at 65. This means that you have 25 years to reach your goal. And as I've mentioned in previous videos, the math works out the same no matter what your income level. So if you are saving 10% of your income, it will always take you 41.7 years to reach your retirement goal. Don't believe me? Well, take a look at this. This is an early retirement calculator provided by Networthify. So here you can see the amount of time that it would take at 7% if you're making $54,000 a year to get to retirement. That's 41.7 years. Now, let's look at this for a second here. This over here that I just highlighted, 6% is what the average American was saving back in 2008. And as of 2019, that hasn't changed much. It's 6.5% now. At a 7% return on your investment, it's going to take you almost 50 years to be able to replace your income. So let's look at that 10% number again. So at 10%, you're spending $48,600 if your income is $54,000. If your income is $125,000, and again, you're saving only 10%, now your annual expenses are $112,500. And that's why the retirement age for $125,000 a year is the exact same as the retirement age for $54,000 a year, because you're always going to be spending 90% of your income. And if that is your expense, even though you're saving more money total, you're saving the same amount overall. You're saving only 10%. So what is it going to take to get us to retire at 65 based on our assumptions? Well, the answer to that is 30%. At 30% of your income, you will be able to retire in 24 years. Now that doesn't, like I said, doesn't matter if you're making $54,000 or $40,000 or $25,000. If you can save 30% of your income, you're going to be able to retire in 24 years. So what else can we learn from this chart? Well, first of all, we can see that our annual savings requirement is $16,200. That means that you have to save $1,350 a month in order to meet this 24-year goal. So now we know exactly how much money we need to save for retirement based off of the times 30 method, and we know what percentage of our income we need to save yearly to meet that goal. At $54,000 a year, we need to save $1,350 a month, or $16,200 a year. Do you think you could save 30% of your income yearly? Let me know in the comments down below. There are many different ways that you can reduce your costs, increase your income, and get higher returns on your investment. Every week, I plan to add a new video to cover ways that you can make more money, increase your savings, or invest the money that you're saving. If you want to join my crusade, click the like button, subscribe, and click the notification bell so that you get notified when I put out new videos. Thank you all for watching another installment of My Fi Crusade, and I'll see you next time.